Pokémon Black and White was my first and therefore favourite generation of Pokémon, but I still justify that stance today because it has the franchise's most ambitious narrative experiment, because it directly engages with the moral contradiction at the heart of the series. Is Pokémon battling just animal abuse? Team Plasma forces you to confront the morality of the simple act of playing the game, which mirrors the rise of ethical consumption movements in the late 2000s as society began to awaken to the systematic exploitation that society was built on. The narrative excellence of Team Plasma lies in its dual leadership, which perfectly depicts the tension in modern activism. N is the pure-hearted activist, who's genuinely empathetic and morally correct in his observation that Pokémon suffer in modern society. He's the woke figure who awakens you to the systematic injustice that the Pokémon world is built on, echoing anxieties visible in Occupy Wall Street and similar movements that sought structural changes for a more equal world. You can see this in his room, that is littered with toys and memories of playing with Pokémon, symbolizing his arrested development and his pure but naive connection to the oppressed, while Getsis represents the cynical exploiter who doesn't actually believe in the liberation of Pokémon, yet wields the rhetoric of liberation so he can disarm the populace in order to gain more power. He is the embodiment of greenwashing and performative activism, where corporations or politicians would co-opt the language of social justice warriors to increase their power and profit. The dynamic between this father-son duo acts as a critique of how valid social movements can be manipulated by bad actors, as Getsis builds his literal castle of lies on the foundation of N's genuine empathy, reflecting the anxieties following the 2008 financial crisis, that our desire to live a moral lifestyle is being manipulated by algorithms, corporations, and political prospectors who never actually cared about the cause. Team Plasma perfectly depicts the facade of greenwashing as they present themselves with the public persona of medieval nobility in order to evoke a sense of moral purity, whilst their actions involve kicking Muna for Dream Mist. Black and White is the first and only time Pokémon has weaponized your own guilt, as N makes the same points as the community has joked about for years, but as an inhabitant of this world, there's no hint of irony in his claims. What I find the most disturbing is how the game never offers a clean rebuttal to N's philosophy, and instead pivots to Getsis' manipulation of his son's altruism. As while this showcases a mature understanding of society and how kind people can be taken advantage of, N's claims are left uncomfortably open.